Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are on the Citadel again today, working in Minecraft, putting the finishing touches on the basement distillery and dungeon. We've got some set dressing to do, like barrels and boxes and honeycomb stuff, and we'll figure it all out. But it's going to be cool, I think, to start to add the details to this build. Welcome in everyone. We've got Blast Jordan, SweetSandi, 0666, Eclipse RM, welcome back. Blue Crow, good to see you. You're becoming a regular Blue Crow. Happy Friday to all. It's pretty chill here. It's kind of overcast and not a lot going on. My building is like a church right now. Like it just, normally there's some sort of background noise, but like I'm feeling really self-conscious because I feel like I can hear a pin drop in this building. Dan, hello, how's it going? Wormbo, good to see you. Good to see you. So yesterday we decided that we weren't going to add another piston door. We just kind of like hid everything in secret passages and we started working on the dungeon. But we still have a little bit more work to do. It's kind of hard to see and there's obviously a lot of organization that has to happen with the shulker boxes. So I'm going to tackle that first and see if we can't tidy up the area and maybe tidy up the redstone as well. As per usual, if you're new to the channel, you also need to... That was bizarre. I think a wall wasn't rendering in. Okay. You also need to familiarize yourself with the other things that I do. Perhaps the Spawn Chunks podcast or the Citadel Cafe podcast. Those are things that are out there for free and you can find them on your favorite podcast app. So we did the dungeon yesterday. We've got the texture on the floor I'm happy with. It's a little bit dark and I'm trying to figure out other ways I can sneak some lighting in here, and I'm thinking one thing we could potentially do would be to sneak up a candle up there, like just enough that you can highlight this area up here. So like if I hold a torch, we could put like a candle on a shelf or even just a floating candle or something up there to kind of light it just a little bit. Like even if it just lit sort of like that, it would be okay. But without the torch in my hand, like it's super dark. And this is a shaders thing. Like without shaders, it's all right, but it's still pretty dark, right? So that's something I want to tackle. And I think I might even have the candles handy. I wonder if we could do like a black candle. Probably need more than one. I don't know that I've ever messed around with a black candle. I'll grab the white ones because we're probably going to need 3 for this to actually work. I guess I could put them on some sort of shelf. So I'm thinking something like right here. That is... So there. Of course, I didn't bring anything to light them. Retro Shaggy, how's it going? No. Have to be the side? Weird. Oh, you can't add to them unless there's something underneath them. That's interesting. So 3 candles feels like maybe too much. So I'll make 3 black ones and we'll see what we can do. That's 2. Yeah, 3 sort of has like a, it feels like there's a light source. So 3 might be what we need to do, but we might need to make it higher so it's farther away from the wall. Like way up here, maybe. Just out of curiosity, what does 1 look like? I don't know that that makes a heck of a lot of difference. I find it so difficult to see the difference between 1 and 2. I think we'll leave it at 2. The only other thing I can think of would be to put 3, but put them higher. Maybe as high as I can go. Minkatu, hello, how's it going? So this would be up here. The other thing I could try, this is an outside wall. I could put a window in this. That just dawned on me. That might actually be the solution we need. Hold on. Yay for no more exams. That's awesome. Congratulations, Mikatu. I hated exams. I never liked them. Oh, that's interesting. If I did some stair blocks there with like a little porthole, that could be interesting. I feel like that was both andesite blocks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on. So that lets light through, and then we don't need the candles at all. We might not even need this. Although that would help at night, I guess. Let's go outside and see what that looks like. I might be able to come up with a solution there. Where is the hole? There it is there. So that's really subtle. It doesn't affect the outside at all. We could absolutely have a little window there. I could even put it on either side. Or we could put them higher, like a window there and a window there. I think that's a better solution than the candle. Because then it's still going to be dank and dark and creepy at night, but during the day it'll be a little bit better. Yeah, that solves a bunch of problems, I think. All right, well, we don't need this anymore. Do I want it to stay like that? That's probably the easiest solution, honestly. I could maybe make it a little bit higher. That feels a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Now here, I can't use candle. You'd see the smoke. I might be able to use sea lanterns. Not sea lanterns. Sea pickles. See, two of those might be as bright as a lantern. I'll have to wait for nighttime, I guess. I should probably just put a couple of boxes I know I'm going to use out here like that. And probably tables and chairs. Yeah, that's kind of a fun little highlight in the daytime. I like that. I kind of wonder whether I should do that in other places along here. That could solve this issue as well. Just put a couple little stairs in there. I never thought about putting holes in the walls. If I was to put a couple of windows in here, I would do this one. Probably like here. I like this idea. I think it's not as like fortress-like, because having a window like that would be kind of like an odd thing. However, like it's over the river. It's not like there'd be easy access, but it really highlights all the work that we did in here. Okay. Is there other? This isn't that dark. I don't know if there's, that's not an outside wall. I think that's probably the only place I can do it. Yeah, I think that feels a lot better. Sometimes a day away is all you need, right? I do wish we could have windows that small centered. Unfortunately, we can't. Because I think maybe even just one window would be cool, but let's just go outside and see what that looks like. Just to make sure it doesn't look too odd. Oh, like you'd barely notice it. The two of them does feel weird. I feel like a single window would make sense. Maybe I want to put one on this wall too. That could be neat. The sun shafts coming in could be kind of fun. And then there's the dungeon. This is the hallway. I feel like we could probably do something in the hallway. Basil Zulo, thanks for the lurk. I really appreciate it. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 high. 4, so I'd have to sacrifice that one. I think that could be cool. So at nighttime, it's just a little bit in the corner there, which kind of sort of looks like it could be moonlight bouncing around. I don't think we need any more seed pickles. I think that's okay. But during the day, which is when most people would be walking around, it is a little bit weird now to see the sky out there, but it's not bad. Looks very believably middle-aged. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. More coffee required. It's a morning, quite bright. Yep. Sunset would be the real time to pop over here. We'll have to try and keep an eye on it. I think, yeah, I think I like that. Now, I don't know if I want to do the same thing in here. One, two, three, four. So yeah, I don't think a hole there would make a lot of sense. We could put one up here, maybe. The slab. That might not look right, though. It brightens it up a little bit. But it doesn't do a heck of a lot. I mean, it's nice to see the detail in the ceiling. So hopefully this looks okay from on the outside. If not, I'll have to put in two different oh yeah, it looks kind of funny. What if I did two on either side? Can I put scaffolding here? Can. Oh. Crap. I don't remember what that was. It's pretty low profile. The other one is obviously hidden behind the bushes. But I think it matches. Oh, did I do that too? I did it higher, yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to you unless I kill you. Blue Crow, you love how the different time zones work. Joel is drinking morning coffee while Blastword is getting dinner. Yeah. You know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, that really helps give this back part of the dungeon a different vibe, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know about where I put them. For the inside design, I think I've got to switch them. So I'm just going to reverse the stairs. Oh, I got a drowned head out of that. Yeah, I'll just put them this way. Yeah. That looks better. Is it Mike L Programmer or Mickle Programmer? Welcome in. How to plan a castle. You definitely want to start with broad strokes, with blocks that are easy to move around. Mikhail. Okay, cool. Yeah, start with blocks that are easy to move around, and once you know kind of like the main features, I would suggest work from the inside out, and don't do what I've done, and that is to have a single block wide wall. It's much easier if you have thicker walls. In other places like this, the walls are thicker and allowed me to put like a different texture on the inside than you have on the outside. In many cases, I think my walls are maybe 3 blocks thick. Like, hold on, let's go upstairs for a second. Ginger the Lily subscribed to tier 1. No, not 36. I got that backwards. 63 months. 63 months. That's wild. Thanks so much, Ginger. Yeah, so like some of these walls are 3 thick, and it gives you like the opportunity to have like a different outside and inside. This is the same, but if you wanted to, that could be different. Like this could be a different color on the inside. These are definitely really thick, 3 thick. It feels like overkill, but you'll thank yourself later. And then the outer walls are also thick because then you want to be able to get up on them. How do I even do that? So if you get up into a tower, you can see that at least it's wide enough to walk on. Like in this case, I think it's 5. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they're 3. It's just that this one has like a little extra. So yeah, like a lot of times you want them at least 3, if not 5 thick for things like that. But I would say like start with a layout of like a blueprint. There's some great videos from Fwip and from Germsy Boy out there on YouTube for building castles. But the trick is to be flexible. Like, don't just start building super detailed. Like I would put up really basic walls. It does mean you're going to break things down a lot more, but it's way easier to move a wall that's just flat stone than to move a wall that you spent 2 hours texturing and putting a vine on it and all that stuff. So just like get the basics down. Also, don't rush it. Like I find that I've made decisions in this keep by leaving a room basically empty for, you know, months and just walking through it constantly and then realizing, you know what, I've got an idea for this now, and it takes some time. All right, well, since we've got this sorted, let's put up some lights in here so I can see what I'm doing. Because this needs texture and it needs like barrels and things like that. So let's start making some of this stuff that I need. Put some of this stuff away too. I'll need those two. I'll need that one. Don't need that. I should move this. I just realized I've got these extra heads to put up there too. Could do those on armor stands. I need 3. I might have to do one at a time here. That actually is in the right position. I don't know if I have to do much to that other than just rotate it a little bit. Sure. Now these ones will have to rotate a little bit this way. Oops. Kind of matches that one. Let's do maybe like 170. No gravity. Position. I think that's pretty good. I guess I could try to do a different texture, but we'll leave that for now. This one will turn this way. Gravity, no. Doesn't quite touch the chain. just so it's not exactly the same height as its neighbor. I really wish we could do this and see what's going on. One of the things I don't like about the mod, it's very difficult to actually adjust and see where you're adjusting it to. Yeah, a little gruesome, but Pixel Riffs podcast co-host, Steven ESE podcast co-host. Yeah, that's fun. All right, I need to, I guess, do the textures in here, but also put some flooring down. So I need a lot of stuff from here. Chests are good. Composters. We should make more barrels. I'm going to need some signs. So I'm thinking in this area here and also out here, I wanted to try to come up with a barrel design that used bigger blocks. I don't know if that's going to be the right way to do it. That feels like it cuts off the entrance there, so maybe the better place to put this is going to be actually over here. If it came out that far, maybe. Yeah, that could be fun. I might want to put it up against the wall. Do you want to be next to the next in the sacrificial chamber? I see people do that all the time. Patron rewards and stuff for forever worlds and things like that. Statues. I think it was one of the hermits that did that on their single player world. I feel like Tadpole Milk does that too. Oh, I'll absolutely have a screenshot on the next episode, Blue, for sure. I want to get more of these. that sticks out a little bit too far for me. So maybe we'll do back up against the wall. I think in order to make this work, it'll have to be wrapped around the middle. I feel like that has to be dark oak. And then I don't know, that doesn't look very barrel-like. Oh, that changes the lineup, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. Wait a minute. What if we went on the ends instead? And then I could flip this around. Looks okay, and then we could either do something like that there, and then maybe signs. Maybe we could put a little spout or something on this one. I never thought I could have put a drowned head in there too. It looked like a really old, an old moldy head. Blech. So the idea here would be like you could uncork that to let the air in, and then you'd be able to pull stuff out. So cracked Regular. I'm alright with that. And then maybe I could get some rails on the top of it.
Narrator, narrates chat. Narrator, narrates system. Narrator, off.
Yeah, let's leave that off. That's Control-Shift-B for anybody that's wondering. You press that by accident. Like I just placed a sign that I didn't mean to. Rails. Just so you can see something from down here. I don't know, that makes it look kind of industrial, doesn't it? I think I like it better without. Worth a shot. I think I like that. We'll just have to change what's happening back here. I feel like I'd want something else back there. So maybe we'll grab one of the mini blocks. What was the other one? Nope. This one, yes. I thought I had a honeycomb block at some point. We do have the data pack for mini blocks. I think a barrel might look better there. Yeah, that's good. Do I want to try to cram anything on that side? I don't think so. It would be kind of neat to put something on the floor as if something spilled, though. Unpop, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, the honeycomb mini block is cool. It's just more of a kitchen, or maybe we'll put it somewhere else. Trying to think about what I could put on the floor. I don't want to put necessarily a whole honey block on the floor. I don't think that would look very good. I guess I could put an invisible item frame with maybe like a little honeycomb. That might look like drips. Or if I had any resin, that would be great, which I don't. There is a creaking forest nearby, though. I'd have to even remember how to get resin. That's not terrible, you know? Like, that actually, that's not too bad. I wish there was a way to do something like that, but smaller than a block. What could I put there? Nothing that's really smaller than a block. We'll try this. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll give this a go. I need the book. That's probably better than the honey block, maybe? You kind of want two of them, right? What do we think, chat? If I did the honey block, I would put two. I'd put one there and one there, so like as if it was like leaking. Smack a creaking and resin will generate on a tree with his heart. Right. That's probably less distracting. Can't do that anywhere else because there's all these. Oh, this is messed up. That's supposed to be it's a slab. Going in and out of this door is really annoying. It's better than nothing. This side needs something, though. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to put anything here outside of maybe just an extra couple of boxes or barrels or things. My note blocks are crates, so that's a possibility. I don't have any trap chest. Resin is super orange. Yeah, it's not quite the same as honey. I agree. I used it in the bee farm though. Yeah, I like that coming out like that. That's pretty good. You sound close. Where are you? Oh, you're outside. Okay. Almost want to try to hide something in here, but I don't know what we could do. I feel like it's a little dark. I guess you're going to see it more from this side. That's fine. You know what? I think I should put dark oak maybe on the bottom. The ladders might not work if I do that, but I think it'll be... It's missing some contrast. I think that's the issue. I guess I could also put oak on the bottom too. Hold on. We'll try both. Stuff like this I find there's a lot of trial and error, but it's worth going through the motions because you can get some really cool, good results. That and this one. I'm betting the dark oak is going to look better. Yep. But will the dark oak look good with this? Actually, yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Sold. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Almost want to put stairs in there, but I know that won't look good. I'm just going to try this. Just to see. No. I need it to be a bigger scale. It would have to be 3 by 3 for that to work. Oh, let's do that. Stream time's at an hour. Thanks very much. Appreciate that, Sandy. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I want to hang anything from the wall, so we'll just leave it piled up like that. I should also think about putting some stuff here, but we'll do that after I come back. And I think we will put some things here, but as long as it doesn't block the door. Is the caveat there. So, folks, I take a break once an hour. If you are new to the channel, it's a chance to grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. We're always trying to grow. I'm going to get another cup of coffee, and I will be right back. Okay, let's see what other places we can put some barrels and things, especially now that we've got this light coming in. Fun. I don't know if I want to put like a giant one back here. That feels like a bit much. What could we put here that would be more like water related? Probably more like barrels or... Well, we could do... If I got more trapdoors, I could do an actual barrel of water. And then we could put a slab of something at the bottom of it. What would be good for that? I guess we need more trapdoors. I didn't realize I had that many in my hand. They were separated. Sticks. Don't need this. Guess a barrel of honey could be something we do. That could be something we do back here. Just as an idea. Whoops. Maybe, maybe not. I would want water. And what's a good slab that would be kind of fun? Can't do anything there. Granite would look kind of cool. Yeah, let's try granite. Hello, how's it going? Where do we want to put this? That's probably a good spot. Yeah. And then we'll just start putting other things around it. Don't know about that. Maybe that can go in the corner. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Wouldn't mind having something else on top of that as well. Go look at the other things that I have. Getting a headache, which sucks. Look, I feel you. I've had a tension headache since I did my shoulder workout on Wednesday. Like, all yesterday during the stream. And then it got worse in the afternoon. And it's sort of nagging on me now, too. I guess one of these would work. Get a little extra lighter colors over here. It's hard right now because it's nighttime. Let's sleep and see what that looks like during the day. Tension headaches are rough. I get them a fair bit. So it's mild. It's, you know, not even a 2 right now. But yesterday I was high enough. Yeah, that's good. I think I'm okay with that. It does feel a little bit empty back here, but I don't know. Other than just putting another one of these back here. With like a trapdoor on it, maybe? I feel like I like that better. Although, very samey. What could we put there that would be different? I think that's fine. Cool. That makes this area feel a lot better. I feel like we might want to have a couple of things over here too. Even just like a barrel. Maybe a chest. I don't think there needs to be something on every wall. Let's reverse those though. Actually. Yeah, we'll stick with barrels. It is a distillery basement after all. I'm gonna go with a darker chest though. Kind of want to put something on the ground. Like I need to have something other than stone. I could waterlog something there. What if... I don't know how to do that with a stair. I might be able to weasel something here. Hold on. If I took... stair... got another stair. Bucket of water. Yeah, I could do this. We could do this. That. Put a stair... sideways. How do I want to do this? I want the stair to be this way. So we'll do that way. And then this will go that way. Do we like that? Does that work? It look like the barrel's leaking a little bit. I think it looks okay. I think I'm going to switch it to an andesite stair though. I think the andesite looks kind of wet and shiny, so we'll do that. Grab one of these. And I'll just switch it with the block next to it. Oh, thanks, Mikatu. Yeah, that works. I don't know what else we could put over here. I like that there's the sound of running water in here now, which is nice. Guess we could tuck something in that corner. So then here, same idea. Don't want to build another big thing like that, but I did have a shelf before. I don't know, that feels a little bit strange. Maybe we don't make it that big. I also have tables and chairs. We could just put down a proper table. Actually, you know what? A chair in here would probably make at least a little bit of sense. I don't know what that used to be on the front. It used to be a different symbol. Really dark over here, though. Can't really see it. Maybe that's better off in here. There'd have to be some sort of like guard outpost, like some lonely, you know, keep guard is stuck here watching the dungeon if there's somebody in it. I feel like that's probably a good spot for it. Maybe we'll move it over one. And we'll have something else here. Need to make more tripwire hooks. Don't know that I have like a stone axe kicking around. I'm trying not to make things new all the time. One of these chests is just full of junk, I know that. There it is. I guess. Yeah, stone probably looks okay. Maybe I won't do that detail just yet. I'm gonna hang the axe on the tripwire hook. But why is that in there? Let's just put that in here so I know where it is. Lots of ideas bouncing around. Pseudomim. Just wanted to say thanks very much. I appreciate your attention to detail. Oh, thanks very much. I really like that. Appreciate it. Do my best. It's one of the reasons why this area has taken 4 years. Tables and chairs. I like that. How do you change these again? Did they change how you change the tables? I thought you could change the legs. I don't know if paper on a table is really going to be that kind of distillery. I don't think there'd be that much for notes. If I did, that would probably be in here, but we've done that in like the admin office, like at the not admin office, in like the registrar, like at the front gate. There's definitely a desk with a paper on it. Why am I not remembering how to? The data pack doesn't need a hammer. I know that much. Am I forgetting how to do the tables and chairs data pack leg changes? Like, chairs worked fine. Like, yeah, like that all works. Why can't I change this? I guess I'll have to check the Discord. Maybe they change automatically. Hold on. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know if that feels sturdy enough. I think I might want to go with stairs anyway. Yeah, that feels better. I don't know about this. I think this should be a beehive, which I put back. Note blocks and barrels. No blocks are just redstone, I think. I am really low on redstone. Wow. It needs something. That, to me, is a little bit too close to the door. Maybe this needs to be shorter. A little bit better. Oops. No, that's a little bit better. It needs maybe something smaller. Don't mind that. Maybe if it was a trap chest. I need to make more of those, which means I need to make more tripwire hooks. I don't know, it feels kind of uniform. That's a little bit better. I feel like I want to put something on the ground there, though. Mini Hollywood, hello. How's it going? How'd you find the stream? Silvery, what's going on? I should probably put something in that. Assuming it's going to stay there for now. Yeah, what could I put here? Guess that's okay for now. I want more depth happening here, but because there's a door here, I really don't want anything in this space. I wonder if this would be better switched around. Oh, then it just looks like a zigzag. You're chaosing in my chat. Are decorated pots an option, or does their color not go well with this environment? That's a really good call, actually. We could look at those too. Do I have any? That's the other question. If I did, they would be in here. I can at least make them. Thought I had some. There we go. You know, oil for fires and stuff would make sense. Why are they in the sugarcane? There's definitely some organization that needs to happen here. I mean, I think that works with the environment. We could probably put some of these closer to the stills too, right? Like having something like this back there. I think makes some sense. That's a good spot for that. I see what you mean though, like this could very well go here. Or it could replace that. I think I like it better over here. But yes, we should add those to list. Oh, I guess I could have made a couple of those. I think all you do is just put 3 of them together. Yeah. I'm not in love with that part. I don't know why. I guess I could just put like slabs or something on the floor. Shame the shards aren't something you can duplicate. Yeah, I agree. All right, well, let's move on to this other spot here because I want to try and hide this. So we've got this secret entrance here, right? Which, with a torch in my hand, you can really see what you're doing. But without the torch, it's pretty dark. And I like that. But what I would like to do is put something in front of it, even concealing it even more, right? Put a stripped dark oak back there and then something else on top of it. Maybe even just candles. Little barrel block, and what else could we put in there? Maybe the chest. Oh, I could lean a rail up against it. That could be cool too. If I do this, it'll probably be with regular candles, not white ones, but I want to test to see how it looks. That looks better. Papa Joe, welcome in. How did you find the stream? We do not need to glare. No, we do not. That works. It does a pretty good job concealing the door from over here. It's still there, but nice. And it doesn't really obscure anything this way. I think a cauldron could be good over here. I wish you could do more with cauldrons and water. The whole place is spawn proof, so glare probably wouldn't be too upset. It's funny, the trouble I have with this is a lot of times I'm covering up textures on the walls. I may actually want to switch that. No, I think it looks better there. I'll just put something darker underneath it. What do I normally use underneath cauldrons to make it look wet? I know I've done it before. One way to go check. Let's just scoot over to the other side of town. No, there's no F3 option in Bedrock. I like using the mini HUD mod for light levels. Puts a number on the block. Ah, sunshine. No, I did it over here. Oh, it's soul soil because it was on dirt. Right. What do I do? Surely I've done that somewhere where it's been on stone. I've just not bothered to put anything wet underneath it. Dirt. I guess smooth basalt would be good. Joel emerges blinking into the daylight. You're joking, but like it really does feel good every once in a while after working in this basement for a week and a half to pop outside. Some of the builds over here have more stone going on. Don't remember putting a gutter on this one. And there. Maybe on the mansion?
Here, a rare sight of a Joel in the daylight, eyes squinting in the sharp sunshine.
Thank you, Sandy, for the TTS sticker and the David Attenborough commentary, I guess. You're really accurate. Appreciate the heads up and the bits. Oh, there's one. No, okay. I guess I'm making things up in my head. Maybe I was thinking of the dirt blocks I was using, not the stone blocks. So out of the blocks that we're using, that would probably be the easiest one. That wasn't a heads up for the break? Oh, I see. I mean, we're getting close, but... yeah. I'm gonna get a mossy brick in there too. Sorry for all the back and forth, but I'm trying not to overcrowd my inventory and constantly have blocks that I only use once. Guess I could have made some, couldn't I? I think that looks better. I wonder if I could put water there. I also kind of want to put something else beside this. That works better. Maybe... no, I guess it's fine. Yeah. Cool. I do like that there, or thereabout. So let's do a little bit more over here. I wonder if actually that could be back. Put something dark behind this is going to stand out more. You know what? I don't know. Because we've got mini blocks and everything, I wonder if they added pots to that mini blocks data pack. That would be really interesting if they did. No. Maybe that's a little bit too much color contrast. definitely have some muscle memory where like I hit escape when I don't mean to. Do I not have any? There we go. Of all the signs they place. Yeah, I think that's fine. Hmm. Yeah, like it. It can be hard to take screenshots because everything is just so dark in the corners. Now, Sandy says you have permission to take a break. Nice. Appreciate the heads up, Sandy. Thank you. We will do that right now. Seeing as I should stick to these. If you are new to the channel, I do this once an hour. Healthy streaming. Get up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming, and we'll be right back. All right, I think now we can just move on to inside by the guard station and stuff, because I don't think I want to start laying too much behind these right now. I was hoping to get this finished today, but I don't know if we're going to get that far. But I feel like this space needs to be addressed. It's also kind of dark, so we might want to throw some candles on the table there. That could be better. Less inventory stuff. Yeah, I feel like we'd want to do... I don't know, I kind of like the chair right on the corner. Maybe the table doesn't go right next to him. Yeah, that works. Still really dark. Yeah, maybe we do have to move the table. I don't think there's enough of a gradient with the candles. I feel like it's either 3 or 4 or not at all. I feel like there needs to be better lighting from 1 and 2. And that's not just a shader thing, that's definitely a thing that I've had in the past. I think I might want to go with a lighter table. Hmm. Maybe I have to go with a darker table. Nope. Kind of like the idea of the tripwire hook. Maybe I have to have this all back where I had it at first. Yeah. And then we can pile something in the corner maybe. A pink table? No, I don't think so. Well, we know we want to put some barrels over here. I think because we need some lighter colors in here. I want to have some more of the beehives. I think we can also get away with maybe some script. Could maybe do like a really big one. Yeah, that could work. And then we could have maybe like barrel. And then stack some of these. This might be too high contrast, but we'll try it. Yeah. So a lot of the same sort of things over and over again, but it does fill in the space. If I do, oh, if I put that there, I can't strap this around. That's kind of annoying because I really like that. maybe what we'll do, just to get some contrast in there, is we'll just use spruce signs on the bottom. Yeah. Fills the space. It does feel very dark. I don't know if this door is going to stay here. Like, this is basically like the player area, so it's not really meant to be anything, but I don't know, I'm not sure what I could do in here. I should probably plan to do something, which means I've got to find a place to put all of these shulker boxes, and I don't know where that's going to be. Oops. Actually, that's a decent idea. Here, I could hang some stuff along here, maybe. Not sure. I have to put some candles around. I think that works. I like the idea of the person who sits there maybe scuffing up the stone in front of him a bit. Guess for now I should put a door on this. Anybody else want to move into your Minecraft world instead of the real one? I don't know. Creepers suck. Can't say that I would want to live without electricity and with exploding reptilian monsters. I mean, I'm assuming reptilian. It's just that's a leap, but don't know why I had that there. I feel like it was meant to be something. I don't want to try suspicious soup in real life. Yeah, that's a pass. I'm not even a really big soup guy. I make a good butternut squash soup, but really like runny soups and stuff, not my favorite. Maybe like Vietnamese noodle soup. Maybe we could put another one of these. Oh, that's on the other side, right? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Or would it? It's not the end of the world. It looks good out here. Oh, I haven't done the ceiling yet. I just realized that. Might have to smelt more. Yep. Actually, that looked okay. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Now that, I think, is seen from this side. Yeah. That's fine. That looks okay. looking pretty good. Need to do the top parts. And then the ceiling. Don't let me forget about the ceiling. That's the kind of stuff that I would be mad if I said like, yeah, and we're done, and then realized, crap, I didn't do the ceiling. Yes, we need to do a lot of it. Okay, let's put a lot of this stuff back. I wanted to put like a barrel of honey in here, didn't I? Maybe we'll put it outside. All right, ceiling time, just so I can at least see what I'm doing. We'll just do this the same as we did outside. Earlier I had mentioned making sure that you give yourself enough thickness on the walls. Giving yourself enough thickness on the floor as well is really helpful. Because this way, like, I'm not digging up into the kitchen or anything in the keep. There's at least 4 blocks between us and the next floor, which makes this a lot easier to do. Now we're just going to throw in some details here and there. Thanks for the lurk, Makatu, and congrats again on finishing up your exams. That's awesome. needs a little bit more in the middle. Just at a reach. That's the kind of quality of life I think would be really good. Is just that extra reach that you could get from something like they propose, like the crab claw. I like that idea. Yeah, I think that's okay. Gonna look pretty different without the torches, but I do like that there's at least some variety up there. Smaller areas like this are a lot easier to do. Whoops. Oh, let's put something like this over here. I kind of wish you could load scaffolding up both ways, like use it like a regular block, but then also, like if you held shift and jumped, I think it would be nice if scaffolding worked the way that you would anticipate a regular block to work. Nope, that's not great. Not good either. There we go. While I'm up here though, let's add a couple of cracked in here. Is that all I have? All I have. Oh, maybe not there. I think maybe here. Single cracked in the corner. Same thing on this side. Cool. Minus the torch. And then it's just here. Let's flip those. Nice. So now, to figure out what to put on this side, I'd like to have some sort of carpet. I guess we could put a bed there, maybe? That would make sense. I have a spare bed. Or I could just make one. Yep, and then we'll put something a little darker underneath that. Do I care about that? Maybe I don't want to do that. That's kind of fun. Yeah, it's something different. Oh, you know what? What are the light levels up here? 8. Anybody remember what snow melts at? I think it's 6. We'll find out, I guess. I does look a little bit bright and shiny. I might want to do gray carpet instead. Just because it's not meant to be a super nice place. Maybe we'll go with like a dark gray. I wish you could layer carpets. That would be fun. I barely see that. Snow layers melt at block light level above 11. Okay, so we can absolutely do the snow. It's just a matter of which I like better. I think I prefer the darker color. It's just too bad we can't see more of it. Or instead of bedding, I could put a trapdoor up there. There's no real gray trapdoor. I would love if we got a gray wood. That's maybe the right kind of color. Not so bright white. I didn't realize it was nighttime. I think that's a decent solution. The snow would have been good, but I think it's just too bright for the dark, dank dungeon. Oops. I think I like it better all flat. No, I think it was probably better before. Not supposed to be nice and clean. Yeah, exactly. I'm alright with that. I think we can just mostly leave this empty. I'm okay with maybe putting something here, like a chest. If you're going to put something by a door, usually something that's less than a block wide works out best. I think about what else we could put in here that would make sense. Yeah, I think that works. Still not crazy about this. I'd like to put a few of these pots around too. Yeah. I feel like we need to have a pile of firewood somewhere. Although it would be kind of dark. So I don't know. Maybe we pile it here. Or I could just have it like right in front. Just thinking that if there's a fire burning in these things, it would be convenient to have some sort of fire stoking supply nearby. That kind of blocks the view. Maybe we just do it over here. I feel like that makes sense. I wonder if a darker log would look good. No, actually you kind of lose it, don't you? Maybe the darker log is going to be the mini block. The pale oak trapdoor really works for folded sheets. Yeah, I think so too. Thanks. Especially because you can't see the top of it. No, you know, I think it just looks good when it's all the same. think that looks better. I wish it didn't, but I think it does. Time to start a fire. Yep. We might be able to put something like this back here. They look so bland without the label on them. What are my other options right now? Hearts and creepers, yeah. I think that's where they're gonna fly. Yeah, if it's gonna be very visible like this near the light, I think it has to be a proper decorated pot. I put all the barrels back, didn't I? Actually makes sense to have some candles there that somebody might want to grab on their way by. That helps that a little bit be a little bit less symmetrical. Still not crazy about this part, but I think it'll matter less if I don't have a torch in my hand. All right, let's just do a once around. I don't think I missed anything. We've got things on all the walls by the secret doors. We've got a pile of wood. Cauldron in the back. Not that you can really see it. That may actually be better closer to the water. Whoops. Darn it. You can see it better there. I don't know what we would put there. Leave it for now. I do kind of want to have some things like behind this stuff, but I'm not exactly sure what we would put there. Overall, though, pretty good. I really like the idea of these windows. That worked out very, very well. Curious, actually, now that we've got sunsets happening in about 2 minutes, see if there's any beams that come through here. We've got Pixel Riffs and Steven ESC as permanent residents in my dungeon. Podcast co-hosts extraordinaire. Yeah, I think the windows were a really good idea. Helps in here too. I don't think we missed anything. This feels a little bit empty. Don't know what we could do up there. Buttons, maybe? Not really. I'd really like to wrap it in Bruce signs, but I really like this, so we're going to leave it the way that it is. Buttons make it a face. Yeah, that's fine. Pix will be putting you in the cellar in the Windy City. Hey, you know, that tracks. We missed the sunset, so I don't think there's really any light shafts that come through there. That's too bad. It's probably because there's stairs and not like full blocks. But yeah, I don't think we missed anything. So now the only thing left to do is this. We'll have to move all of this out of here at some point. That's a tomorrow Joel problem. Oh, I had pots in there. Don't have anywhere to put the sign. It ends up being a game of memory. Like, where did you put your last wool block? Iron block. Nope, those go in there. Some of them have been in the right position forever. Others have not. Nice. Yeah, so this room obviously is not going to stay full of shulkers like this. I've got to find another place to put them. I guess we could put them all underneath the keep. The shulker boxes could easily fit into the chests. So, or not the keep, sorry. I'm underneath the keep now. I mean underneath the graveyard in the crypt. So some of this stuff we could move over. I'm not done building in the area though, because we've got this spot out here. Right here, there's this empty courtyard. So I need to do something with this. It's going to be more of those barrels and kind of useful things. It's also very dark out here, so we need to do something about that. And if we go over to the crypt, currently they have blocks in the chests, but we could easily just put shulker boxes in there too. And that would work out because if we're going to be doing any landscaping on the east side next week, then we'll have a bunch of our materials over on the east side, because it would be a real pain going back and forth to the underside of the keep. Yeah, if we do any landscaping over here, as I mentioned yesterday, then we could have our stuff down here. So yeah, all of these are empty. We could easily have the shulker boxes in here, and I could also place the ones I need along the back wall. If we need to place like active shulker boxes, or even just down the middle of the floor. So that'll work. Nice. So that will function as designed. Man, we're really close. There's really not much left to do. I do think I'm going to take a once over off stream and just make sure I've not forgot anything. And then the plan is to invite some friends in, like Pixel Riffs, for a tour. He said he'd be up for that. So probably not this week, but we'll probably have it, like, maybe I'll try to see if I can arrange it so that we can talk about it on the podcast afterwards. Because there's going to be a week or two where there's not going to be a heck of a lot of news coming out of Mojang as we get close to Minecraft Live. So that'll be a fun main discussion. But yeah, I think this feels pretty functional. I'm quite happy with the way this came together. This feels lonely, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do next to that. So anyway, I am going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let's just see who's live. Fridays. Who's usually a good raid candidate for Fridays? I think we normally hit Joe Hills. I could send you to play to Grounded 2. Pearlescent Moon is playing Grounded 2. It's a really good game. Open to input from chat if you want to stay with Minecraft. Then I can send you to Joe Hills, who is on Hermitcraft, doing like morning coffee and streaming. So that is what we can do. I'm gonna flip over here. So I will be back tomorrow. Saturday streams are at 1 o'clock, not 10 a.m. So you can see me in the afternoon tomorrow. I will be doing more Minecraft stuff. I think that it will be close to finishing up that spare room there with all the shulkers. We're probably going to move the shulkers tomorrow. That's probably what's going to happen. Pearl? Cool. Yeah, we'll send you all to Pearl. And I'm going to be back on the Spawn Chunks on Monday. That's on your favorite podcasting app. It's free podcast all about Minecraft. We'll be talking about the latest snapshot, our latest plans in the game, as well as probably speculating on Minecraft Live, because that's probably coming up near the end of September. We're probably about a month or so away. Last Minecraft Live in the fall was September 28th, 2024. So we're only a month away from that date. So it could be end of September, it could be early October. We're going to kind of probably bounce that around. You can listen to the Citadel Cafe, my other podcast about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. We last talked about Superman, the James Gunn film. Stephen and I gave a good review of that, I feel. And I'm, of course, on Patreon. If you want to join the patron server, that started on August 1st. And so it's only a month old, or not even 3 weeks old. You can join that. You can also just support me here on the channel. It's only $2 a month to get in on the basic level. The server is 10, but the basic level is 2. That's the Discord, and it's less than a cup of coffee, and it really does a lot to support me here on the channel. Big thanks to SweetSandi for moderating today and all week. I really appreciate it, Sandy, speaking of support. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.